Hello everyone, I'm back again with another PvZ. Today we're going to play on Nightshade LE and I will be spawning in the bottom right as the red zero, so thank you. And then in the top left corner, playing as the blue Protoss. Here is Xeno. Anyway, I chose this match because I am playing as a 3-roach opener. Again, I was curious about how well does it work against Protoss, and it turns out it works okay. It works pretty much the same as against Terran. You can probably even do more. Sometimes you can even kill the cyber, maybe even delay the warp gate. So yeah, again, I am trying to open up with a pull first. I was trying to hide the drone so that this drone like sort of goes in this sort of movement and then tries to get the hatchery. But this guy was pretty smart. He is 5k, so he probably seen a lot. Anyway, so just like before, pull, hatch, and then extractor, and everything is made at 70. Now he is going for a gateway and then Nexus and Cybercore. So Nexus first is a little bit more greedier than Cybercore first, because with the cyber you can go for avoid rate a little bit more earlier, so you're safer against the roaches. But anyway, when my pool was done, I created a pair of lings just to kill up the probe, so that he doesn't actually know if I'm going for just 3 roaches or if I'm going full all in. Now he did place an extra pylon right here, and he's chrono boosting a stalker. So I guess he's assuming I will go for roaches. Did he actually see the... Yeah, he did actually see my roach word. Anyway, I see the pro here. I kill it up. Pretty good stuff. He does cancel his pylon, so this pylon is only to prevent my zerglings to come in. Anyway, he does actually place the shield battery, which isn't really too committed. Slightly committed, but not too much. You can definitely place like several more and you'll probably still be fine. So he actually has 3 pylons over here, so he's really safe. Anyway, instead of chrono boosting the probes, he's actually chrono boosting these stalkers, or a sentry and a stalker, which is actually a bit more committed to defending than I thought. So usually the Protoss would like to chrono boost probes rather than stalkers. So I didn't actually want to show my roaches because again he doesn't know if I'm going all in or if I'm just going for 3 roaches. Maybe I even canceled the roach one. He actually still doesn't know that it's finished. So he's basically playing in the dark. Now he does go for a robot and for a hallucinated phoenix, so he will finally be able to see if I have more roaches, if I went all in, and you know what do I actually have at home. Anyway, back home I'm going for another hatchery and a layer. Also I'm spreading creep, just normal stuff. I do have 3 queens, so spreading is quite easy, especially when there's no pressure from the Protoss. That's really good from this build, because again the Protoss doesn't know if I'm going all in, so he does want to stay back home, and that means that I actually have a free reign on the map. Means that I can spread my creep as far as I want to. So I know that he has a little bit of army. I have seen it with the Overlord before it died, and at that time I actually didn't have a lot of army, and now I'm just creating more. These are just safety roaches because now I don't actually know how committed he is, but I do see the third, which means that he's not that committed. So again, I know, so since my Zergling did spot the army over here moving out, I know that he's moving out, although again he could have left them home, but anyway, I just want to be really safe, so that's why I make a fair amount of roaches. Anyway, he does see that I have enough roaches so that I can actually take this army, and I think I make one last round of zerglings and then I will go back to droning. So this actually last round of zerglings was a little bit too much. I would prefer if I build more drones, but again, I didn't know that he's going back home. Anyway, now he even has the worker lead, which is a bit scary when you're a Zerg player, especially when you're 6 minutes in and you're slightly behind on the workers. So right now, again, I'm just droning. I'm actually only now taking metabolic boost because I actually skipped it early on. And yeah, he's constantly scouting me with hallucinated phoenixes, which is really good from him. Like, when he's constantly scouting you with phoenixes and hallucinated one, I'm pretty sure you know that that person is a pretty good player. Although I say that and he gets supply block, but it's fine. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. So because he has seen a lot of roaches, he actually does go for immortals. He even spots the changeling, which is it's really good. He again spots the changeling here and actually kills it too. Now what I'm trying to do even more is to destroy these rocks. These rocks are pretty crucial. That means you can surround the Protoss quite easily. And here we are clashing in the middle of the map. My reactions on the bull was a bit slow. Also, meantime, he's actually warping in several adepts, which is extremely annoying if you're playing as a Zerg player. There's adepts in your natural, adepts in your main, and it's quite difficult to deal with them since they can just focus your drones. And yeah, you need a bit more APM in order to kill them. Then they actually need to deal damage. Anyway, since I do know that there's still a war prism, I do make static defense over here. So I don't usually do that, but when I see the Protoss doing it, I definitely do it because I'm pretty sure he'll do it again. Anyway, there's another clash here. Now I tried to make a really big concave, but with these force fields, like, the Protoss really blocks it. Anyway, so these trades are pretty, like, they're relatively bad for me, but they could have been worse. Anyway, now I actually see the adepts and they basically deal no damage. Plus, when he does see the spore colors, he actually moves the war prism. Now I do spot the war prism here. Can I snipe it? No, not really. It was close though, but it's quite difficult to actually snipe the war prisms. So he's scouting me again with these phoenixes. He's definitely scouting me really often. Now he's actually warping in more zealots here on the other side. Now this was actually quite lucky for him because I just now build the fifth. Anyway, there's another encounter over here. These force fields are really powerful. Luckily, ravagers kill them quite easily. So what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to stagger the biles rather than spam them all at once. Which means that the Protoss needs to react constantly and not just move away and then attack again. With staggering biles, they're a lot stronger than just a regular one. Anyway, he does actually manage to kill my hatchery. And he's attacking me on the other side of the map. Again, I feel like that's sort of standard Protoss, where there's a warpism on one side and then an actual main army on the other side. Anyway, I'm trying to wrap around with the link so that he cannot actually move away so easily. These biles manage to hit a decent amount of units. And now I do know that I have more army than he does over here, and that I know that I can take this army. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to chase it away. And yeah. Again, he warped in zealots, and it's so annoying to deal with them constantly. But luckily enough, he sniped this hatchery, so I can actually replace the drones from this hatchery and my third. And now he's actually trying to deny my 2-2. Luckily, there's some hydra spawning in, so I managed to kill the warpism and actually save the EV chambers. So I do have 2-2. I do have lurkers as well. They're morphing in right here. There's 8 of them, and now I'm actually trying to deal a lot of damage because he dealt a lot of damage to me as well. Now with lurkers, now I have the advantage, especially because I know I destroyed several of his immortals. Also, he's caught slightly off guard, especially because I know he doesn't actually have the observer here. He does have the observer now. That's a bit late because I'm already sieging his base. I'm already in position while he's not really in position. And these stalkers, they are not particularly good against lurkers. Anyway, and even the storms, they're not that good versus this army. It does manage to get insane storm, but yeah, lurkers are super strong in this sort of transition. It's not really mid game, but it's sort of mid to late game. And yeah, he actually lost too much, and I still have the upgrade advantage as well. And he killed what, 2 of my lurkers, and I still have more on the way. Meanwhile, his army consists of what, 2 immortals? Yeah, that these immortals can actually deal with them. Anyway, I really hope you enjoy this video, this commentary. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video as well.